So it's almost, what time is it? I think midnight or no, 11 o'clock, close to 11 p.m. I don't feel slight bit of drowsiness, not even a slight bit of drowsiness. Um, it's kind of worrying me because every day is like this. Kind of used to it also. Like I don't feel drowsy. I have to force myself to sleep. Kind of stay in bed for 2 hours, 3 hours awake before I finally fall asleep. But I noticed something, like I am noticing physical activity is definitely impacting my sleep. The day I'm more active, the day that I don't rest that much, like I'm more physically active, is the day when I cannot really sleep. Um, the days when I'm lazy, not doing much work, I tend to sleep better. Now I know it's the opposite, what some people expect, but this is actually backed up by science. Some scientific articles, they will say workout and doing all these physical activities can help you sleep, but there are other studies that suggest the other way. Some studies suggest that working out can actually make it worse. um, so you could pick whatever side you want to pick. You could pick and choose whatever scientific uh, journal you want to read and believe in. I mean, this is science is all bullshit in my opinion. um, I mean, you can't prove anything really. Like if you have one scientific journal that says working out is going to help you sleep, and another scientific journal that says working out is not going to help you sleep, it's going to make it worse, which one are you going to believe in, right? Um, this is the thing with science. Sometimes, I mean, that's not science. When you have two things that, like, it is science. I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it's not science. What I'm saying is science changes. There's no such thing as hard, factual, like, there's no such thing as hard evidence, There's no such thing as hard evidence because a lot of, even in science, you're going to find something that's false. There is no 100% truth in science, right? Science doesn't prove anything 100%, right? A lot of things in science are based on assumptions. It's based on assumptions. I know the scientific method is supposed to help you rule out assumptions and base everything on evidence and observations and testing and retesting and all that stuff. Um, but the truth is, it doesn't really work that way. That science never works that way in the real world, right? A lot of the scientific journals are never been tested and retested. A lot of them are not. That's the fact, right? Someone may claim a scientific studies and they may claim some truth from that scientific study. However, the truth is no one repeat that scientific study. And another truth is there are confounding factors that could be affecting the results of the study, right? That no one considers, that no one can see or consider or see it at that time. So that's what could make the scientific study false, right? Not accurate. I mean, people fake scientific studies. This is a business, right? Scientists fake them. You don't know what to believe in anymore. You'll hear people right and left saying different things, right? And the only thing you can believe is yourself. You have to see what works for you. You have to test things that works for you. and go from there. You cannot believe anybody. It doesn't matter if they are scientists, doctors, whatever title they have, you cannot believe them. You have to see what works best for you, and that's how it is. That's the real world. So for me, serotonin, improving serotonin level is bullshit. I don't believe in that. That will never help you sleep. Um, for me, at least, it doesn't apply. Um, Psych medications don't work on me. Um, Sleep medications don't work on me. Majority of them don't. Um, Working out, being physically active, too much physically active, is not gonna help me sleep. It's gonna make it worse. Uh, yeah. So I know what works better for me. I know based on my experience is actually relaxing, going outside, doing outdoor activities. These kind of things can help my sleep. I have to spend time outdoor, doing something relaxing, like going to the beach. Um, well, not necessarily going to the beach is going to help me, but it depends. It depends. Like I had days when I went to the beach and I couldn't sleep. My sleep was really bad, right? Like it depends. Sometimes you go to the beach and then you realize that how horrible your life is. You know, it makes you think like sometimes you get like a bad feeling after you go to the beach, and it reminds you like that all your life you've been working so hard, and it kind of gives you that reminder. When you see something calming and relaxing, it brings bad memories sometimes. Like it works the opposite way. Instead of relaxing you, it could bring bad memories. So that happened to me before, um, bringing bad memories for me. I just go to the beach and think about um, how bad it's been for me. Um, yeah, yeah, like all my life I've been working hard, and like it's meaningless. It becomes meaningless. The beach becomes meaningless. Um, Aline, why you turn off everything? I can't see. Can you turn on some lights? Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, as I said, like the things that I used to enjoy, sometimes I don't enjoy them anymore. Not saying all the time, sometimes. Sometimes they could be painful, right? I don't know, even going to the park sometimes I feel annoyed. Yeah, I do feel annoyed sometimes. I'm like, I just feel sick. I feel sick of everything. I don't know, maybe it's depression. Maybe this is depression, right? Like you're not enjoying the things you used to enjoy, right? Yeah. Like before, I remember when I go to the beach, it's like I feel it's like a new different world, right? I used to enjoy it. I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't enjoy it. Like it feels boring sometimes. Like I feel bored. And even before, when I used to go to the park, I used to enjoy it. I used to feel, I I feel fresh. I feel new. I feel like I'm a new person. I could think better, right? Now, when I go to the park, I feel annoyed. Um, Even my kids sometimes they want me to take them to the park, and I don't want to. I drop them off, and I'm like, drop my wife with my kids to the park. I drop them off to the park, and I go home. I don't want to stay. So it's like my mood is really bad. Like, I don't know. It's not my mood that's affecting my sleep. It's just in general. I'm speaking. I'm speaking like the things that I used to enjoy no longer work for me. I no longer enjoy the things that I used to enjoy. Um, so that's why I'm saying, like going to the beach, trying to do some relaxing activities may not really work for me. So that's all I want to do is just stay in bed or watch TV. That's all I want to do. And it may help me, you know. It may help me like sleep better. Um, yeah, I noticed something like going to bed early sometimes. Maybe force myself at 10. If I go to bed at 9 or 10, it might improve my sleep a little bit. Going too late to bed may make it worse. So there are certain things I'm observing, like what makes it good, better, what makes it worse. Definitely taking some time off work has helped me improve my sleep. But then once I return back to work, my sleep becomes worse again. So I don't know. Maybe I have to quit my job and just don't work at all. Go for several months without work. Maybe that's the only solution, but I don't know for sure. I don't know what to do. I don't know, but it may also work against me, like not working. It may work against me. I mean, initially I might improve, and then I might get depressed from not working, right? Maybe I just have to change my job, like because the job I have sucks. So I need to have something better. Maybe I don't like my work. So I need to do something. I need to work on myself. So yeah. So what's the signs and symptoms of insomnia? Man, it causes a lot of problems. Stomach problems. Like for me, I get diarrhea like almost every day because of the insomnia. Um, Sometimes, um, now I'm not really sure if it's the insomnia because it's kind of when you have one health problem, it may cause other health problems. So you don't know if it has caused me other health problems or is it just a symptom, right, of the insomnia. I don't know for sure. And if my doctor is not willing to help me, then there's no way for me to find out. Um, so yeah, I've been having digestive issues after I had my insomnia. My insomnia started, like a few months after it started, or a few weeks. I don't remember, a few weeks or a few months. And yeah, digestive issues, involuntary muscle movement. Like sometimes I will feel like some my muscles moving in my leg or in my stomach without me controlling it. So it's like something is vibrating, right? I feel like my leg is vibrating. So I have these symptoms. Sometimes I will feel weird taste, weird smell, like ammonia smell. Like I will wake up in the morning smelling like ammonia in my nose. So like I try to breathe fresh air, but instead of smelling fresh air, I'm smelling like I could smell ammonia, right? I don't know if anyone knows what ammonia smells like, but I know how it smells like because I used to work with chemicals. So it's like the smell of ammonia. Um, Weird smells. And also you'll have weird taste. Like the taste changes, the smell taste it changes, vision changes too. I noticed my vision's been going bad too. Um, so vision changes, smell changes, almost a lot of things change. And and the tinnitus. I noticed tinnitus was getting worse with my insomnia. Um, so you'll hear things like buzzing noise in your ear. If you have some tinnitus issues, I don't know. If you have some problems in your ear, it might make it worse, the insomnia. Um, so it makes every problem worse. Heart doesn't function properly. Like heart rate variability is very low. Um, it's not fun. That means the health of my heart is not good. Um, you get panic attacks. Um, One of the symptoms are panic attacks, anxiety, depression. You feel agitated most of the time. Small things can piss you off. Small things can depress you. Small things can get you tired easily. Yeah, like when you don't sleep, even going to the store, going doing grocery shopping feels like climbing a mountain, right? You get tired easily, you get frustrated easily, you get agitated easily. Um, basically you want to die, like when you have insomnia, you have all these symptoms that make you feel you want to die. You get weird feelings in your chest, um, butterflies, weird feeling in your chest. Sometimes you get chill feelings in your arms. These are signs of anxiety. Maybe your heart is getting tired. That's why you get this tightness in your chest, right? And sometimes you may get tightness in your throat. That's a sign of anxiety. Or it could be a sign of your heart not functioning properly, maybe. Um, I notice also I feel shoulder pain also due to the insomnia. Like when I'm really, really tired, when I'm walking, I feel like my shoulders are heavy. They're not like before. Like I feel like my shoulders are heavier, right, when I don't sleep. So I always have this pain in my shoulder. Um, what else? Sometimes you feel nauseous. You're gonna throw up in the morning. You will feel this nauseous feeling. Um, yeah, especially the morning or when there's like dark, bright light. Yeah, bright light, not dark. As what I meant is bright light. Too much bright light could make you feel sick. Like in the morning time when I go outside, sometimes I feel dizzy or nauseous. Like too much light is just making me feel, yeah. So basically, you develop sensitivity to light when you have insomnia. You might develop it. Not everybody the same, but for me, that's these are the symptoms I have experienced. Um, so I have like yeah, sensitivity to light. I will feel dizzy. I'll start sweating sometimes. Like my palms will start to sweat. Like I think that's kind of a sign of anxiety. Too much bright light can gives me anxiety. So I always want to stay in the dark, day or night, right? I like to be in the dark, right? That's why I use a red light, just to stay in the dark. Well, oftentimes I don't want any light at all. Too much light it just makes me feel sick. Too much activity can make me also feel sick, right? Like I most of the time I want to be in the dark, not doing anything, basically. Just sit down, relax. Like this is what my body wants most of the time. And if doing anything else is, I'm gonna start feeling sick. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to do, but I think I really need a long, long, long vacation. The problem is I can't even take long vacation. That's the problem. I mean, number one, I don't have the money to do it. Number two, my job will not allow more than 2 weeks vacation, anyways. Um, so my other option is to quit this job. That's the only option I have is to quit or find other means to make money beside going for my beside doing work for somebody. Right? Just figure a different way to make money. Uh, I don't have any other solution. I don't know what else to do. Oh man, I do feel I do feel it like I do feel the pain of every person who's suffering from insomnia. I do feel it. It's not easy. I think for sure physical activity for sure can make it worse for probably a lot of people. They may not know it, they may not realize it when they have the problem because everyone probably tell them that you have to work out and this get yourself tired to fall asleep, and it might be making it worse for them and they don't realize it, right? Today I just met another person who I see myself he's working hard. um I don't know, like in my mind I was looking at this person like long before I met him today, like before I talked to him today. I know this person for quite a while now, but before I talked to him about the sleep issue, in my mind I was wondering how is his sleep before. When I see somebody working hard, I always question their sleep. So I saw this person, he's a hardworking person, and I was wondering how is his sleep, right? I think he doesn't sleep properly. The day when I talked to him, he told me he cannot sleep also. He has sleep issues. So this is another evidence. I'm seeing evidence from other people that I talk to. It's like there are two people I met so far that told me physical activity affected their sleep. Now I don't know that many people. I'm more like a antisocial person basically. I don't have that many people in my circle of social life. Yeah, but for sure, if I knew more people, I'll probably learn more. I could probably learn more from them, right? Uh, but for sure, physical activity is probably um, causing sleep issues for a lot of people. It's not just the physical activity. I'm not, but for me, it's the physical activity. I think for other people, it's not getting enough rest. Some people have two jobs, right? And their mind is always active throughout the day, right? And it becomes very hard to turn it off. All right, and this is what I notice about our body, right? If you turn it, if you don't rest, it becomes accustomed to continue running, right? So if you're running throughout the day, whether your mind is running, whether your body is running, it will stay in that state even when you try to sleep, right? If your mind is running throughout the day and you try to sleep, it's going to continue running. That's why you have to take breaks to slow down your mind. You have to take a lot of breaks throughout the day to slow it down. And this is because this is exactly what's been happening to me at the gym as well sometimes. Sometimes when I'm not in a really good mood or something, when my body is not well rested, and I go to the gym, within 5-10 minutes, my heart rate goes up to 160, 170. I don't know. No, the maximum was 160, I think, not 170. Within 5 minutes, I'm not even doing average, not even moving fast, right? And it takes 1 hour and a half for it to calm down, to relax. It took a long time to relax. Like my heart rate stayed 120 after I stopped working out for almost 1 hour, right? And that's not good. So this shows like when your body is tired, it will stay in that state, right? It will stay tired, right, for a long time. So when the same thing when your heart is tired, like when your body is tired, your heart is tired, everything is tired, every part of your body is tired. And when you work out, you do more physical, physically exhausting work, um, it will continue in that state for a while. Like your heart will continue to run, will continue to speed up. Um, right? Unless you take some breaks in between while you're working out. But for me, I don't know. I couldn't do it more than 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes, and my heart was just racing. It went from 90 beats per minute to 100, and then 110, 120, and then all of a sudden it went to 140, 150, and I start to panic at that time. I'm like, what's going on? Why it went so fast? And then and then when I stopped working out, it it was still high for quite a while. Like for 5-10 minutes, it was 140, and then it dropped to 130, 120, remained 120 for 1 hour almost, 120 beats per minute. So, and this shows like when you're tired, your body wants to stay in that way, right? Your heart is going too fast. It wants to stay in that way. It gets locked in, right? Like it gets locked in that speed. It doesn't know how to relax, right? Your heart doesn't know how to relax anymore. Like when you're too tired, right? When your heart is too tired, part of you, every part of you, whether it's your heart, your muscles, your brain, right? When it's too much exhausted, it doesn't know how to relax. Whether it's my heart, whether it's my brain, whether it's any part of my body, right? This is something I've observed in myself, right? If my mind is racing and I don't shut it down, I don't take frequent breaks, it's gonna continue racing, and that's gonna affect my sleep, right? So that's why I have to do a lot of rest and rest and rest to improve my sleep, right? I mean, different people their body works differently, but for me, that's how it is, you know. And I'm pretty sure there are some other people that have similar function as me. So, but they don't know it, they don't realize it yet. So that's why kind of I'm sharing this video and hope that I could benefit someone. You know, maybe they will have the same realization as me, or I might find a solution to my problem. Maybe someone can give me an advice or something um, on how to improve my sleep. Like I know I've heard all the advice from other people: do meditations, listen to music, go work out, but nothing really works. That's the problem. Nothing works. Uh, like I notice when I do a lot of physical activity, I feel like I've drank a lot of coffee. I feel like too much hyper. Like nothing makes me drowsy. Nothing makes me sleepy. Um, it's just too much hyper. Too much hyperactive, right? Um, I don't know. Maybe some hormones starts to build up in your body, I guess. Like when you're walking too much. Now, I don't know if I take frequent breaks, more frequent breaks gonna help me. I don't think that's for sure gonna work. Like today, for example, I took a lot of breaks at work, but still, like, it didn't really help that much. I mean, for sure, I can't control everything at work. Like sometimes I have to work for 2 hours nonstop, you know. Like I can't control it all the time, but I've been taking a lot of breaks too. Like, but still not helping me with my sleep. Um, yeah, still not helping me at all. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Um, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know. Uh, I just hope God could help me one day. That's all I pray sometimes. Just pray for God to help me fix my issues. I don't know. Like I keep thinking about it, and there's nothing changes. Like if I don't quit my job, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix my sleep. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it. Like it's gonna continue for a long, long time. I don't know. Every time I come from work, I feel like my leg is swollen from all the walking I do, and this is how much hard work I do. I do a lot of hard work, and even though even sometimes I try to rest at work to do more breaks to get more breaks, but I still do a lot of work. Still not enough. No matter how many no matter how many breaks I take, still not enough. Yeah, but I don't know what to do. Meditations doesn't really work for me. I tried all that stuff. Doesn't work. Um, the only thing I've been trying so far is just close my eye, stay in bed for 2, 3 hours, stay in bed awake for 2, 3 hours. Sometimes I might get lucky and fall asleep. But even when I fall asleep, I don't stay asleep for too long. I will wake up after 1 hour or sometimes half an hour, and that's the issue. So you invest 2 hours awake, 2 hours staying awake in bed just to get maybe 1 hour of sleep. That's not efficient. That's not efficient at all. That's why sometimes you stay in bed for 8 hours and you only get 4 hours, right? Yeah, that's not efficient. Like that's 50% efficiency. I need to improve it. That's if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, I'll get 4 hours of sleep. If I'm lucky, sometimes I don't even get 4 hours of sleep. Like I'll get 1 hour, 2 hours of sleep. That's it, or sometimes zero. Um, oh, God help me. I I wish I could find a solution to every health problem, but it seems to be that the solution is not to do anything. Sometimes it feels like that. The only solution you can do is do nothing. Uh, you go to a doctor, they give you medication, make it worse. So what's the point? You try all these things, meditation, this, that, working out, it makes it worse. Well, meditation doesn't make it worse, but the working out makes it worse. Meditation does nothing, absolutely nothing for me. So if everything I tried makes it worse or does nothing, so the best thing I can do is do nothing. Maybe just quit my job and that's it. There's nothing else I can do. That's the only thing I can do. Just quit my job and do nothing. And hopefully that will help me fix my issues of sleep and other health issues. Yep. Tinnitus, like this is what I notice when I'm in a good mood, tinnitus is not there anymore. When I yeah, when I'm in a good mood, it's gone. I don't feel it. Like right now, I'm in a good mood, but I still cannot sleep, right? If I wasn't in a good mood, I would not be making this video. Uh, so I'm in a good mood. I don't hear any sound in my ear. I don't hear the tinnitus sound. Oh, it's a little bit. I could hear hissing a little bit, not too much, but if I don't listen to it, I don't really hear it. Um, if I don't try to listen to it, I don't really hear it. So, like it's almost gone. The sound almost gone, disappeared. And I do believe now tinnitus or tinnitus, as some people pronounce it, is probably most likely caused by stress, mood disorder, and sleep issues. That's quite possible. Well, I might have some issues with my ear, but my brain is supposed to deal with it. It's supposed to, like, if there's an issue with my ear, my brain is supposed to handle that issue. Like, if there's some extra sounds my ear is making, my brain is supposed to remove that extra sound, right? Not add to it. But when you're stressed or you're not in a good mood, your brain cannot function properly. So that's why you hear the tinnitus sound. The reason why I'm saying this explanation, the reason why I'm providing this explanation is because sometimes I don't hear I don't hear any tinnitus sound at all. I don't hear it, and I'm just curious why I don't hear it sometimes and why other times I hear it. And the only conclusion I could come up with is either some sort of chemical imbalance somewhere in the brain, or it could be a mood issue, right? Sometimes when I'm in a good mood, I don't hear it, right? But nothing is conclusive. It's just assumptions, right? Nothing is conclusive. Because again, when you're hearing tinnitus, you're not in a good mood. It makes you not in a good mood, right? But that doesn't mean mood is or making improving tinnitus sound or making tinnitus sound worse. It may not be the mood that's causing it. It could be something else. But for sure there's an issue with my ear, because even though when it disappears, I can still hear some hissing sound. Very, very light, not too strong. But if I'm going through, when my mood is really bad, it's like the tinnitus is very, very bad as well. But then very loud tinnitus sound could be causing mood issues, not the mood causing the tinnitus sound, right? So it could be the other way around, right? Maybe my mood is bad because the tinnitus is too loud, right? So that's why I said it's not conclusive. So it's all based on assumptions, right? Not 100%. Yeah. Well, I hope that everybody could get their issues resolved with sleep or tinnitus or whatever symptoms they experience as a result of not sleeping, because it's really like hell. It's like hell. I used to think tinnitus is the worst thing that ever happened to me, but comparing insomnia to tinnitus, insomnia is more worse than tinnitus. So if you have tinnitus and you're complaining, You're saying, "Oh no, this is the worst thing it can happen to anybody." You're wrong. Tinnitus is not the worst thing that could happen to you. The worst thing that can happen to you is insomnia. Insomnia is more worse, and I'm suffering from both. That's why I know for sure which is the worst. I could ignore my tinnitus sound, but insomnia I cannot ignore it. Right? It's like hell. Like over time, if you have tinnitus, over time you will start to ignore it. Right? You will learn to ignore it. But with sleep, you need sleep. Right? You cannot ignore the issue. Right? It's been like a nightmare for me. You know, it's like hell on earth. Um, Sometimes I wish I'm dead. To be honest, I wish I never lived. I wish I never came to this life because of the suffering I'm going through due to the lack of sleep. And sometimes I do get suicidal thoughts, like I just want to end it. I just want to end my life. And it's not easy because nobody wants to suffer. Like it's not easy also to commit suicide. So you're stuck. You're gonna suffer if you don't sleep, and you might suffer if you kill yourself. So you don't know, but you want to be dead. You want everything just to go blank, so you don't suffer anymore. But the issue is, if you try to kill yourself, you're gonna suffer initially, and maybe everything will go blank after that. Maybe you will have some rest after that. But again, I'm not advocating suicide. I'm not advocating these things because I'm accountable in front of God also, right? Like if I hurt myself, God may hold me accountable for it. So I also have to be careful. But I know God is merciful also. So I don't think God wants me to suffer also, right? So I'm in the, I cannot put myself like, but God knows it best. God knows best. Like God knows you more than you know yourself. Um, so like God understands, I believe. Like if you do something wrong and it's not your intention to do it wrong, maybe God can forgive sometimes, right? But it's best not to try to do anything wrong. Best to try to control yourself. And at this point, I've been controlling myself, and I hope I don't lose control. That's what I hope. Because if I lose control, I might end up killing myself eventually. Like so far, I'm controlling it. So far, I am trying my best not to hurt myself in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, I've been trying to make it positive. Um, I don't know. I don't think anybody suffered as much as me. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. No, there are a lot of people who suffer too, for sure. I mean, people with terminal cancer. Maybe they suffer more than me. Maybe. But the people with terminal cancer, they can't sleep. They could rest at least, right? I think so. I don't think they have sleep problems. Do they? I don't know. I haven't met anybody with terminal cancer, so I don't know for sure if they have sleep issues or not. But like, I think worse than insomnia would be something like terminal illness, where you're gonna die, right? That will be way worse than insomnia. But still, insomnia is up there. It's one of the worst conditions you could have. Um, and I think people with terminal cancer, they probably have sleep issues for sure. There's no way they cannot have sleep issues. I mean, how can you be dying and not and be able to sleep? I don't know. Maybe, I mean, maybe they do have sleep issues. Just the anxiety alone, the anxiety that you're gonna die might affect your sleep. So, I mean, eventually everybody will have some sleep issues at some point in their life. I think so. Especially like if you become old, you're always worried about things. You're worried you're gonna die. You know, I think this is the problem why old people have sleep issues, because they're always worried about death, maybe worried about every minute, I'm gonna die soon, so and so. Yeah, so they cannot sleep. Plus, their body is not functioning as it should be. They're not making enough hormones that will allow them to sleep. So that could be another issue why they cannot sleep. Um, who else will have insomnia? People who work too hard, maybe people with terminal illness, old people, people doing shift work. Yeah. Well, even when I was doing shift work, it wasn't that bad, my sleep. Well, that's it for today, man. That's it.